Hello again everybody, I hope you're doing well, and what we're going to be doing today is putting two favourite pastimes of mine together. It's both football and video games, and what we're going to be doing are looking at football kits that are currently present in FIFA 22. So those of you who are also interested in FIFA will most likely have played the FIFA Ultimate Team mode, whereby you can create your ultimate team of players that are either your favourites or ones that you like to use to play the game. And not only that, you can change your team name, you can change the crest, the stadium, the football you're going to use, but most importantly for us, the kits. And the kits that are involved are the ones that are associated with the clubs. Now, not every club is licensed, so we're going to ignore those ones because they're more concept kits. And there's a few special ones that are done by like brands, musicians, and stuff like that. We'll ignore those. Also, so there are plenty of online resources, and when I used to play the game, it was Foothead, but it seems to be that's gone a bit quiet, and when I've been Googling it, Footbin seems to be the best place. And not only can you use websites to find out about the players to use and the latest and greatest that are being released, it's also a place where they have all of the kits, which is useful just for your own sort of research. You can just scroll through and see which ones look cool, and also they have a voting feature whereby you can obviously upvote the best ones and then they're sort of categorized and ranked. So what I've done is I've picked the top 20 ranked shirts based on FIFA 22 players' users, and then we'll see what sort of shirts they go for. There is a combination of both very popular teams, as you would expect, and also shirts that are kind of crazy and unique, the sort of shirts that I would be buying and using myself. So without further ado, let's just jump into it. A lot of shirts that we've seen and you probably expect, so I won't spend too long on each one, but we'll see what we agree and disagree with. So in 20th place we have Venezia third shirt. Probably might see a few more Venezia shirts as this list goes on. So this of course is the blue one with the sort of Venezia colours across the front there, like a little bit of brushstroke, and I don't think anybody is too surprised to see this one. I kind of like it. It's a really nice shirt, and I can see why people would be using this one in FIFA. So next we have Kaiser Chiefs away shirt from the current season. Again, Kaiser Chiefs are one of those teams that every single shirt they release is just really nice. Probably one of the biggest teams in the continent of Africa, and certainly in South Africa. Every single Kaiser Chiefs shirt that I've looked at has just been really nice. The one that I have is very nice, and this one I can totally understand why FIFA players would be wanting to wear it. It is very cool. Next we have Benfica third shirt, so it's got like the brushstroke slash slash effect that runs across the front there, similar to a Copenhagen third shirt that they've had, and I think they're still possibly using. So it's it's your typical third shirt where they've gone for something a little bit off road. I think it's not too bad, but maybe a little bit too dark for me. Next, okay, so we have first of the big boys, PSG. Going to be no surprise to see this one here. It's okay. It's the home shirt. It's clean. It's nothing too crazy. They kind of save that for their away in third shirts and fourth shirts if they decide to do that. For me, it's not amazing, but I can understand why it would be here. Next, okay, so we've got Liverpool away shirt, and you know what, I agree. I think the cream shirt is possibly the best of the three. The red is, you can only do so much with that, and the yellow one is kind of Marmite. I'm still not 100% sure. I kind of like the checkered running around the centre. I mean, around the neck and the sleeves, but the away one's quite nice, and I think it looks pretty decent when worn. Manchester United next. Now, I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like this is just here because it's Manchester United. I don't even think it's the best Manchester United shirt. I think the away one's possibly a little bit better, just by virtue of it sort of being historic. I think to say that this is the 15th best shirt available in the game is possibly stretching it a lot. So for me, I feel like the name weighs more than the shirt. Okay, so we've got Bayern Munich in 14th. So I still need a Bayern Munich shirt, and I think this is the one that I'm going to be buying. It was going to be the away shirt before this one was announced, and I was trying to figure out which one was it going to be, but I think I'll go for this one because it's kind of cool. I like the mountain rangescape that's present. It's a unique design. It's not something you see too frequently, and I think it looked quite cool hanging in my office. Probably sort of similar to my Singaporean shirt. So I think I'll probably grab this as the sales progress. What do we have next? Inter Milan away shirt. So I think in the game it doesn't actually have the sponsor, but for me, I think this one looks better with the sponsor. The tail sort of running around looks a bit weird without it. Otherwise, it doesn't even look like a football shirt then. But I can see again why FIFA users would be interested in doing it, in playing with it. It is kind of cool and unique. Next, 12th, we have PSG again, and this time it's their away shirt. More of a fashion item, I think, this one. It's got the pink. It's pink is one of those ones, I think it's similar to why I like to buy my pink shirts. It's very popular with sort of FIFA users. It's the alternate colour, and it's a little bit counterculture in that respect with regards to football shirts. Okay, we have Manchester City now. So I kind of like this one. It's got a beautiful white base and then this sort of fancy transitional colour that runs across both the sponsors, the crests, and the sort of trims. It looks really nice. That sort of colour set, sort of very popular. I think it's featured a little bit on the crest of the Barcelona away shirt. It's like present in Volendam in the Netherlands. So it seems to be a bit of a flavour of the month, and yeah, it's not too bad really. So this is the Bayern Munich away shirt. This is the one that I saw when it was first announced, and I was like, yes, I'm going to grab that one. Black and gold can never fail for me as a good colour set to use. And these little dots running across the front, they're not actually too bad. Kind of like the sort of checkerboard alternative design. But I just think that the third one is just a little bit better and just a little bit more unique. Whereas this one might get lost in a pile somewhere with all the other black and gold ones that exist. Okay then, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite for this one, because if this shirt would have been released for anybody else, or even just anybody outside of England, I'd probably want to buy it because it's just, well, I mean, it's horrifically amazing, and it would definitely stand out. But because it's Spurs, and I just can't get behind it. I can totally understand again why FIFA users would want to use this one, and I've seen it in person, and I just, yeah, it's not for me. I'm kind of glad Chelsea didn't get passed on with this design. Okay then, so we have Macron, finally Macron, the only featuring position for Macron, I think, and it's Nottingham Forest. Of all the teams you would expect, it's Nottingham Forest, and again, why this one's popular is probably because of the pink. I've always thought to myself, should the trims and the crests also be in pink? I don't know if that would be too much, but yeah, it's definitely the pink why this is so highly rated. In 7th place, so RB Leipzig, of course, ran by Red Bull, and they are, you know, masters at marketing, and I think they understand that, you know, these sort of shirts, the away shirts and the third shirts, if you do a standout design, it's a way to sell the shirts and to stand out. And I think Leipzig are really sort of doing really well at that. This shirt is actually very, very nice. If I didn't already own one, I own one that's probably about 7 or 8 years old now. It's when they were playing in the 3rd division, and I don't think there's many of those floating around. If I didn't have that one, I'd probably end up picking this one up because it's very nice. I kind of like it. So, Inter Milan home shirt. Again, I don't think it has the sponsor on the front on the game, and that one I can understand a little bit better. I think it probably, you know, it's passable without the sponsor. As for me, I'm still not really sure how I feel about this shirt. It's definitely, if you put this next to all the other Inter Milan home shirts, it stands out a mile. But I kind of like the pixelated sort of snakeskin style design on this one, and the gold trim crests are very, very nice. So yeah, I can see why it's popular. We're in the top 5 now, and it's Leipzig again. This time it's their away shirt. For me, I would prefer, I probably swap the third and the away around. This one, it's okay. I suppose it's more of the typical Red Bull colours than the third, but I think for me personally, I'd go for the third. In 4th, oh look at that, it's Venezia once again. And this one seems to be a bit more of a Marmite shirt than the other ones. I like it. I think it's really cool. I definitely want to add it to my collection if I was able to do so and not bankrupt myself. But I think it's really cool. So very, very nice. I like the design. What's in 3rd? Right then, Lyon. So I do need a Lyon shirt. I missed out on an opportunity probably about 4 years ago or something like that, when it was like the 3D craze and everyone was buying 3D TVs once again, and Leon released a shirt whereby you could, it came supplied with the 3D glasses, and if you were to wear it, the crest and logo, etc., you would have that sort of 3D effect. I just didn't buy it, and now it's kind of gone, and it was brand new. That'd been a really nice shirt to own, but unfortunately, that's one I missed out on. This one, though, I am very, very tempted to buy. Not right now, because the prices are still very high. £65, it's not worth that right now, but maybe as the season progresses, if I can get it for like 30, I will definitely pick it up, because it's kind of cool. I like the sort of the splatter brushstroke effect. Right then, runner up, Barcelona third shirt. This one I think makes up for the lackluster home shirt. I've tried looking at the home shirt in many different angles, and it just doesn't work for me. The away shirt's very nice. I do like it, and this third shirt definitely adds to the collection. So overall, it's a good set. But this one, would I prefer it to be the home shirt? I don't know if it's too much for a home shirt, but the third shirt, it kind of works. It was a bit weird because obviously the colours are very similar, and I think this is more of a Champions League shirt than necessarily a third shirt. But I understand why it's very popular. Barcelona are always going to be up there. It's got your gold sort of sponsors and Nike tick, and it's just very nice. But what is going to be number one? What teams are there? Well, there's definitely no Chelsea shirts being mentioned yet, and as much as I'd like to think that the Chelsea shirts this year are nice, I don't think it's going to be number one. It is, of course, it's Venezia home shirts. It's nothing that's going to surprise anybody. It's a shirt that I just recently opened. I don't know if you can see it on the camera there. It is very, very nice. It's got the hype. Everyone likes to talk about it and showcase it, and I'm sure it's very, very popular in-game. They've done really well. I don't know if they've got fourth shirts in FIFA. I don't remember if they did that. But I'm sure if they did, somehow the fourth shirt would find itself into the top 20 itself. But that's it. That's what the FIFA community deemed to be the best shirts. I feel like it's a bit of a shame because there are plenty of other leagues in this game. I think Japanese League and Korean leagues are in it, or at least they were when I was there. And a lot of those shirts are really, really nice. They're the ones that I'd choose when I was playing the game. But I think by virtue of it being just sort of over there, out of sight, out of mind, people are less inclined to choose those, which is a shame because they are very good, though they are very expensive to buy physically and have in your collection. You're probably going to be looking to spend over £100 in total to get one. But, you know, I can't really disagree with too many of the shirts there. I understand why shirts have been positioned where they have. But that's it. Of course, the season is still halfway through. This list may change, but to be honest, where they are now, I probably wouldn't have thought it would change all that much more. Anyway, let me know which shirts you use if you play FIFA Ultimate Team. Do you just select the ones that you are, like if you support a team, you just choose your own team shirts? Do you just do something that matches the club logo? Sometimes if you get like a crest and you choose, if it's like black and yellow, you'll find a black shirt, yellow shirt. Sometimes they do that. Or do you just go for the crazy shirts that stand out on the pitch? Anyway, that's it. Those are the top 20. Hope you all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.